All right, welcome back, everyone. Today, I would just like to make a quick video on learning to put emphasis on a sign's ruling planet instead of overly focusing first on the zodiac sign. We put a lot of stock in just the zodiac sign, but really, we should be taking great emphasis on the sign's ruling planet and the details of that planet if we really want to understand our charts. Being guided to the very limited information of a zodiac sign can lessen your understanding of the sign's intended purpose. We must remember that the sign represents how things will be executed in our charts. I've heard many people say, I have a bunch of planets in a specific sign, like I have a bunch of planets in Virgo or a bunch of planets in Cancer. So I'm a lot like this sign. And then immediately goes into a tangent on the personality of a specific zodiac sign, like the personality of an Aquarius or the personality of a Scorpio. And there is a lack of an awareness that comes with that conclusion. Fully unpacking the sign's ruling planet will help you understand the energy that is flowing through a specific house or even your overall chart. So here I have an example of a chart with just one planet in a house. For the purpose of this video, this is a basic observation you should be making. We're not considering any aspects, any planets in conjunctions, any oppositions, or any other placements. Let's just focus on this house and the posited planet in question. Jupiter in Libra or Jupiter in the seventh house. And again, this is just going to be a basic rundown of understanding a positive planet in a specific house. So Jupiter's representation is expansion, material gains, spirituality, escapism, optimism, the husband. The energy of Jupiter is masculine. What that simply means is this planet is assertive. Whenever it's in a house, it's going to be very dominating. It's going to express, it's going to be very clear that it's there, meaning that it can positively or negatively affect what's going on inside of that house. Um, Even if other planets are there, it's going to make sure that it's felt, it's territorial. The seventh house representation is marriage. And it doesn't just have to be partnership with a person that you're in a relationship with. It could be a business partnership. Seventh house represents open enemies. It's also the start of when we're actually becoming interdependent on another person. So it represents balance. It also represents negotiations. The ruling planet of Libra or the ruling planet of the seventh house is Venus. This is very important. The energy of Venus is feminine. And what that simply means is Venus is a receptive planet or sensitive. It's influence, meaning if this planet was posited with or in conjunction with a very dominant planet like Saturn or Jupiter, those masculine planets can really affect the positivity of Venus. So now we have a masculine planet in a feminine house. So now we can actually start to unpack a little bit of the zodiac sign. So the element of Libra or the element of the seventh house is air. And when we think of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we think of fluctuation. We think of figuring out. We think of intellect. We think of apathy. We think of being detached. Uh, we think of being boredom. These signs are visionaries. They're also highly independent. The modality of this house is cardinal. Cardinality or cardinal signs, they initiate things, they start things, they also control things, they cause things, they assert themselves. So in a cardinal house, what happens here will directly impact the following house, which the following house in a natal chart is always a fixed house right after a cardinal house. So it's the effects of what happened in that cardinal house. The same rules apply with zodiac signs. Fixed signs always follow right after the cardinal signs. The relationship between Jupiter and Venus is they are enemies. And the primary reason for this is Jupiter is focused on spirituality, whereas Venus is focused on the material plane, luxury, tangibility, things that we can touch or see. The relationship of Jupiter with Libra is neutral. And reason being is just going back to so far what we've gathered in this observation of Jupiter in Libra or Jupiter in the seventh house. So Jupiter comes with some great benefits, material gains, as I've mentioned, spirituality, optimism. But the relationship of Jupiter with Venus is they're enemies. They don't get along with each other. So this can have good or bad outcomes with this planet posited in this house. And now that we've unpacked the planet's modalities and the energies and elements between the house ruling planet and the positive planet in the house, we can now begin a basic interpretation of what is Jupiter in the seventh or Jupiter in Libra. With Jupiter in Libra, there is a need for growth in relationships, emphasis on wanting peace. I spoke about Jupiter being an optimistic planet and Libra representing balance. So, coming to resolutions are seen with Jupiter in Libra. As a person with this placement, you could be very diplomatic in your interactions or with getting results, but in a charismatic or a likable way. You could also be a great mediator. Where things get rocky is you may possibly want to avoid conflicts or run from them. Remember, Jupiter can represent escapism, and in a house where you're asking to be fair, especially to the other party, it may get difficult. And just as people may admire your easygoing nature, others might despise you for just that. Of course, other combinations in your chart have their influence, but this was just to gain a better understanding of acknowledging the ruling planets. I hope this video was very helpful to you, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.